Very good evening. This is Madhu Parvataneni. I'm the instructor for this webinar. Uh, Welcome to Quarantine Webinar Series. And today we are going to talk about a topic on humanoid robot using Python. So we are using a simple robot called Navo. I will show you what Navo is, what are the specifications of Navo and all. And today we are using a simple Python program to control this Navo robot. Navo robot costs around 7 lakhs. So we are using a simulator for Navo, and through this simulator we are going to make robot sit, stand, move, walk, and dance through a simple Python programs in just 25 minutes. We can do this. So before going for the webinar, let me introduce some tools. Okay, there is a tool called Choreograph v1.14 which I'm using today. This is my tool today. And by using this tool, we would be scripting the robot. And this tool supports C, C++, C++, Java, and Python. And we are using this Choreograph tool to program this Navo robot. So let's talk about what Navo is, and what are the specifications of Navo, what are the specs of Navo, and where exactly this robot is used, and how to script this robot. So these are the simple topics which I'm going to cover today in the free webinar. So by using this Choreograph tool, I'm going to take some hands-on in scripting the robot. So let's jump into the topic, what Navo is and what are the specs of Navo, where exactly this robot is used. Let's jump into the website of Navo. So Navo robot is a first robot from SoftBank Robotics. So there is a company in France which is building some humanoid robots from 2006. And this robot, Navo robot, is a first humanoid robot from SoftBank Robotics. And this was a very successful robot because they have imported, lakhs of pieces of Navo, and later they have designed a robot called Pepper. So, and you can see the Navo robot here. And today, in 2018, they have launched Navo 6th version. The first version was released in 2006, and recently they have launched this Navo 6, which is in 2018. But in 2019 they have released the Pepper version of Navo robot, which is like a female robot, and Navo is a male robot. So talking about what Navo is, we'll jump into the robot here. Navo is built based on artificial intelligence because it can hear our voice signals and all. So Navo is the first robot which is created with SoftBank Robotics. You can open the website if needed on your laptop. Softbankrobotics.com is a portal. You can check what are the specs later also. What are the robots that they're building out, and if you want to do some research and study on this robot, you can go through this website, and you can have a lot of affiliated portals also. A lot of communities there which is supporting Navo robot and all. So Navo it was very famous across the globe because in various foreign countries, if they want to do work on robotics and all, people first purchase Navo robot. I too worked on Navo robot in the universities of UK, German, and Denmark too. It was very famous across the globe, and totally it was scripted through Python. And Navo is a tremendous programming tool in terms of humanoid robots. And Navo is also used as an assistant by companies and healthcare centers because it can interact with users. It can interact with humans very easily, effectively. And visual processing, text processing, signal processing is also there. And a lot of sensors are integrated with this humanoid robot. And when you look at the 6 important specifications, the first important specification is 25 degrees of freedom, which enable him to move and adapt to his environment, which means that it can move anywhere in the industry. If you look at medical industry, it can navigate from one point to another point automatically, which is autonomously. Path guiding, GPS tracking is enabled on Navo robot. So 25 degrees of freedom, which enable him to move and adapt to his environment. That is the most important feature. And second important feature is And today we are using Choreograph software. I'll show you what Choreograph is. But in the second, specification, there are touch sensors located on head and to activate this robot. Someone should place hand on the head. Thereby, this robot will be activated. I'll show you the video also. There are 7 touch sensors across the Navo. So in and out around the Navo. So one is on head, hands, feet, sonars. Sonars will be there here and there. So there are sonars here, and there are cameras will be equipped, at eyes part. So inertial unit, self-balancing is also there in Navo robot. And 4 directional microphones. So as I said, it can interact with users. So interaction is the most important component in interaction is microphone and speakers. So there are 4 directional microphones. You can talk anywhere across the Navo. So it can interact with humans very easily. And fourth, speech recognition is available and dialogue available in 20 languages, 20 different languages like English, French, Spanish, German, Italian, and all. So it can interact with users in their own local languages there. And two 2D cameras and one 3D camera is there on Navo robot in order to recognize shapes, objects, and even people. It can easily identify obstacles which comes in front of the Navo robot. It can avoid the obstacles also. So this has been tracked by using two 2D cameras, and also one 3D camera is also there on Navo robot, which does the visual analysis and all. I'm talking about 6. It's open. Anyone can program it. Any developer can program it. And coming back to the hardware is patented. They are not going to release any circuit diagrams or schematics for the Navo robot hardware. But according to the software, it is open and fully programmable. Anyone can program this. The architecture will be there, which is deployed on the Navo robot. Anyone can add, can do add-ons and all. Anyone can train this robot. This robot can walk. This robot can, advise. So a lot of things are there. This can fight. This can, do a lot of gymnastics and all. And talking about height and weight, it is 58 centimeters in height. Now is a bipedal robot, which was, as I said, which was released in 2006. But 6th version of Navo is released in 2018, and this is very costly when in terms of cost, because this is mainly used in industries and all. So only foreign schools are having this robot in robotics labs and all. But in Indian schools, there is no Navo robot which is there in Indian schools. But when you look at international schools, there are some schools which they are having this Navo robot and all. And you can look at the website for more details. Okay, softbankrobotics.com, and they are the France-based startup which is working on robotics and all. So they manufactured Pepper and Navo. Navo is mainly used in industries, and Pepper is mainly used in education purpose. So Pepper is bit cheaply than Navo. And talking about industries, it supports retail, finance, government, healthcare, and tourism. You can click on the respective industry. You'll get a lot of details, where exactly this Navo will be used and all. It is mainly, today, after 5-6 years, if you look at, people will be replaced with robots. Mainly, and interactive robots are very important because they should the robot should be proactive, expressive, and attractive and mobile. Thereby, then only people will purchase robots. So this Navo robot is completely, expressive, completely attractive, and completely portable. Anyone can do, upgrade or degrade this robot. So that is also available on, and this works accurately, and the multifunctional robot, and a lot of tasks it can do by its own. So it acts like an assistant to the staff. We cannot replace human, right? So always a human will be master, and these robots will act as assistants for them. So you can go through the website for more details, softbankrobotics.com. And this is the first humanoid robot which was designed for for industry purpose, which works on completely artificial intelligence. And today we are using this Navo robot for for doing hands-on. Yeah, this robot can think by itself. Algorithms are deployed on the Navo robot. It can think by itself, it can talk by itself. If you ask to sing a song, it can sing a song. If you ask you to dance like Mahesh Babu, it can dance like Mahesh Babu. If you show one video, it can identify who is there in that video, what they are talking and all. And it can answer your query even. But mainly it doesn't support Indian local languages, but it supports English, French, Danish and all. So you can go through the website for more details. Softbankrobotics.com is a website. So it can, it can do all these tasks which have been displayed in the website. So let's jump into the exact topic. So this programming, the robot hardware is not open source. It's not open source. Whereas robot software, the user layer is open source. Whereas the robot, architecture will be there, right? Robot operating system. Robot operating system is not open source. Only the top layer is open source. The top layer will be communicating with the robot operating system of the Navo and doing the task accordingly. So, and today we are using a tool called Choreograph. If you want to, Choreograph is an official tool from SoftBank Robotics. If you want to download this software, you need to log in into this SoftBank Robotics. So you'll have the login options here. So community dot. So this is the community website of the SoftBank Robotics, which is like, community dot. I need to create an account here. So this is a community website. And this community website, you need to log in. And this community.ald.softbankrobotics.com. And through this community, they are giving an option to download the software. So you can click on sign in. If you don't have account, you can click on sign up here. You'll have an option to create an account here, but you have to click on sign in, and this page will open. And here you have to click on create an account if you don't have it. If you click on create an account, then you'll get an option to fill all the details like last name, first name, email ID, password confirmation. Company, if you're a student, just write student. If you're a professional, write your company name, and country as India. So the normal login page, it's very simple. They don't take your credit card or debit card details. You can fill this form, a simple login form, sign up form, and you can fill all the details. So an account will be created. They will be sending email to your email ID. Account will be created, and after that you can simply log in. I am having an account here. I'll log in into this. Now here you can click on the documentation, or you can click on the community here. So the documentation is there now. You can click on the online version of documentation. So in this you'll have the documentation link. You can click on the documentation, first steps with Navo. This is how to unpack and all, how to connect with the basic steps are there. So let's jump into the software. So technical overview is there. So I said, what is a battery rating? You know, what is the connectivity? What is a motherboard available? What is the sensors available on the Navo robot and all. So there is a resources here in the community page. When I click on resources, I'm getting a tab called software. In this software, you'll be having this. In this software, you'll be having softwares related to Navo robot and also Pepper. I'm selecting Navo because Navo robot software is different from Pepper robot. So I've selected Navo here. I'm using a oldest version, or you can download the latest version also. Navo V6 only, and this is for V6 only version, which is version 6 only. I'm using a little bit older version. It was already there in my laptop from last 3 years. So I'm just using a version called, what is this? 2.8. I'm using a version which is little old. Or you can download this, the current version also. Windows, yes. So Choreograph is available for both, for 3 operating systems: Linux, Mac, and Windows. You can just click on download and install your Choreograph software on your laptop. When you install, Choreograph, you'll get an application something like this. So when you click on it, the software will be open, but this software is having a trial period for 90 days, or you can enter your license key when you purchase a robot. So for a simulation, you can enter this 90 days remaining and all. When you click on OK, Choreograph software will be opened on your laptop, and by using this Choreograph software, we are just scripting the robot. And this Choreograph software is, it will be operated in 2 ways. And the software Choreograph, one, by using flow design, you can simply activate your robot, or using Python script, or you can simply activate your robot. You can ask your robot to do the respective task. Since we are using simulator, we cannot simulate data which is related to sensors or media components, or something like camera or video. We cannot simulate all this in the simulator, but we can simulate the rest of the movement, something like walking, sitting, standing, dancing, and all. We can simply activate them. So when you open this software, you'll get something like this. On the left side, you'll have box libraries. In the middle, you'll have a grid where you can script your robot. On the right side, you'll have video monitor. You can see the screen. In the place of video monitor, will be working only when you purchase a robot. So instead of video monitor, we need to keep robot view, and robot view will help you out. Robot view, and this is the Navo robot, which will be simulated. So on the right side, you can keep your robot view. In the middle, it is grid where you can use your script. The software is Choreograph, which I'm using today, is Choreograph V1.14, okay, version 1.14, or you can download the latest version also. This is a software which I'm using for programming this Navo robot. This is official software from SoftBank Robotics. company to program Nava robot. There are other tools also, something like VBots and all, but VBots is not an officially official software for programming the robot. This is nothing like something like simulator. But here, if you purchase a robot, you can easily upload all your scripts directly from Choreography, and also you can simulate here. That is why today I wanted to introduce this software, Choreography V1.14 upload and simulate. And all the webinars which I'm conducting daily is all about getting started to introduce all the tools which are required. Okay, because I cannot cover all the stuff in one single webinar, but you can just go through the software. You will understand a lot of things very easily. So this is a robot. First, what we have to do is we have to go to connection. We have to go to connection, connect to connection, connect to. So here you cannot find any physical robot which is available. If you purchase a robot, a Nava robot, if you're having Nava robot with you, the physical robot will be will be appearing here. But as of now, it is not appearing anything here, which is not a physical robot. So this is a local robot. You will have an option in Choreography to simulate it called connect to a local Navo QI. So you'll have an option called connect to local Navo QI, which is nothing but a simulator option. A simulated robot will be presented in the robot view. But in the real-time scenario, what you have to do is you have to click on connect to. You'll get the robot details appeared in the browse robots option, and you can simply click on it. You can click on connect to. The robot will be displayed in the robot view. But as of now, as it is simulator, we are going to have an option called connect to local Navo QI. When you click on it, and this robot will appear in the robot view. So your window will be like box libraries on the left, grid in the middle, robot view on the right, and debug window in the bottom. Okay, if you keep something like this, you can rearrange all these grid windows, right? But if you keep arranging like this, then it will be easy for you to understand the things. So let's jump into the action. So this is a robot. This is a robot which is now connected. It is connected. So let's do. It is in by default. It is in standing position. Let's write some program to make it sit. So I'll show you how to do that action, how to simulate the action. Today I will be simulating some actions on Nava robot in the limited time. Something like standing, sitting, move, walking in all possible directions, and dancing. Okay, let's jump into the topic. What we have to do is, so you need to right click on the grid. You need to right click on the grid, and you have to select a component called add a new box. You need to select add a new box. Then this window will open. This window will open. So here you need to enter a name. For example, say now the robot is standing, right? So let us make the robot sit. So let us write the name called sit robot. Okay, or you can write anything, which is sit robot. And name I have given as sit robot. And a tooltip here. This is not required, or you can write anything there. I'm just leaving it. Image, for me to understand, I'm editing the image. When you click on edit, again edit box will open. So here you'll have browse option. I'm browsing some icon. I'll put sit icon, sit on ground. This is icon which is BMP PNG images. Okay, nothing so logical. I'm just changing the icon to sit icon so that I can understand that yes, when you click on this box, sitting action will happen. So I entered a name which is sit robot, and image I change it to sit action, and I'll click on OK. So thereby you can able to see the icon there, and the name of the box is sit robot. Okay. So now the box is created, but we need to program this box. Then only the robot will sit. If you put name, the robot will not sit. We need to write a program for it. To write a program, what we have to do is we have to double click on it. When you double click on it, script editor will open. When you double click on the box, script editor will open. So in the script editor, we need to write a program. In the script editor, we need to write a program. But here The predefined program has been appeared here, which is called class my class. The program here is in Python. So in Python, there are classes, right? Python is an object-oriented programming language. We'll have classes here. And this class is called my class, and that class is having some member functions called init, which is initialization, onload, onload, on unload, on input on start, on input on stop. So these are the predefined functions here. So onload function will execute when the box is initialized. So when you call this box, onload function will execute. Once onload function is executed, then it slowly jumps into on input on start. So this on input on start is nothing but when you apply input, when you trigger this box, this on start function will be executed. When on start completes executing, then immediately on unload will be executed. So by default, the initialization will be executed by default. When you call this initialization, and then it jumps to onload, and then it jumps to on start. Once on start is completed, on stop, and then unload. So I'll write the flow here in the notepad. So first it will execute init, because initialization, that is the constructor there, and then onload will be executed, and then on input, when input is triggered, then on input on start will be executed. Once it executes, when the execution is completed for on input on start, on input on stop will be executed, and then on unload will be executed. So this is the order. First initialization will be executed, first constructor will be executed, initialized, and then it jumps to onload and does the action there. If there is an initialization required, then that will be putting in onload, and then on input underscore on start, that will be triggered when input is applied. After completion of this, on stop, on input on stop will be executed, and then on unload will be executed. So the on unload, generally this is for cleaning script. This is generally used to clean the script, cleaning the box, or you can write. So on stop, generally if any functions are called are running in on start, so here we'll be stopping all those functions. So stopping all the functions if the functions are started here. So this is the logic. This is a place where you have to write logic. Your logic should be written inside on start, because on start is nothing but when input is applied, this function will be called, and on load, and the box is initiated, and this function will be called init. That is a constructor that will be executed directly. Okay, so let's write program for this to make the robot. So here we need to load some modules. So let's load some modules, which is I'm using an self constructor, self dot some variable name. I'll write posture proxy, or you can write some dummy variable equal to al proxy. This is a predefined module, predefined function that we have to activate here to make the robot sit. So sit is nothing but it comes under posture, right? Isn't it? So that is why what we have to do is to initialize, box initialization. In box initialization, a box initialization is nothing but onload. In onload, what we have to write is self dot some variable name. Okay, you can write any variable name here, that is not important, equal to al proxy. So here al proxy, alp should be capital, al proxy of al robot posture. So posture, why we are using posture here? Because our target is to make the robot sit. Sit is nothing but one posture, stand is nothing but one posture. That is why we are including this module called al robot posture. And then after this, immediately it goes to on start, right? When input is applied, it goes to on start. So at on start, what we have to write is self dot, which is constructor dot, the variable which is created in onload, and the variable which is created is posture proxy p capital dot go to posture. So go to posture, T should be capital. Go to T should be capital and posture P should be capital. Posture up. Posture up. What is the posture that you want to activate? So here we wanted to activate sit, right? So you are right. SIT sit in double quotation, comma speed. Highest speed is 1. Maximum speed is 1. So minimum speed is 0. So I'll put 80% speed, which is 0.8. You can put any speed here, okay? So the statement will become self dot, which is constructor object dot posture proxy, which is a variable which is taken here in unload dot go to posture of sit comma 0.8. So when you call this statement, when this statement is called, then the robot will start sitting. That is a posture which is passed as a first argument, and second argument is 0.8, which is nothing but speed. Okay, so only two lines we wrote here. One is taking an object to to call postures. So one is without posture proxy we cannot call this go to posture, right? And go to posture is being accessed with the object name, which is posture proxy here. So the posture proxy is an object which is created equal to AL proxy of AL robot posture. So these are the two lines which we need to write to make the robot sit. Let's close this. After writing this, we need to close this. So let's join this. So you'll have this. So you'll have a play button here, which is called on start input. So this on start input should be connected to this, and this is an input signal, which is nothing but play button. Once it is done, and this is the output signal, this has to be connected to here. Okay, input to input, output to output, and then we have to click on play. So when you click on play, and the robot will do the action there. You can see in the right side of robot view where the robot is sitting there. If you're talking about icon, these icons are when you install the software, these icons you can able to see in your Windows Explorer. Okay, if you don't have this software, you can download these kind of images from Google, and you can put that image here. You can browse that image here. Okay, so now the robot is sitting. So simple, only two lines we need to add, because when we choose Python programming language, obviously the programming will be very simple. Only one thing we need to do is creating an object for proxy for posture, and then through that object we need to call go to posture, and thereby the robot is sitting now. Now let's make the robot stand. To make the robot stand, what we have to do, again we have to create a new box. Right click, add a new box, add a new box. I'm repeating the process again. Right click on this box grid, add a new box. I'll write stand robot. I'll write stand robot. So at image, you can browse the image. You'll have edit option here. When you click on edit, you'll get browse button here. When you click on browse, the images will open. These are the images which appears here because I have installed this choreography software. If you're not installing, if you're not using choreography, then you cannot find this icons here. So I'll use some icon which is stand, and I'll click on OK, and then I'll click on OK here. So now the box is only two things you have to do here. One is putting some name and selecting some icon and clicking on OK. Then you can able to see the box, something like stand robot. But we need to program this box, right? We need to program this box. Let's double click on it. Then again a code will appear. So the same code will appear, right? My class, which is class name, initialization constructor is there, on load, on unload, on input underscore on start, on input underscore on stop. So after initialization, on load. So on load, we need to initialize the object name self dot posture proxy posture proxy equal to AL proxy of AL robot posture. So this is the object. Self.posture proxy equal to AL proxy of AL robot posture. So at on start, what we have to do? We have to make the robot stand, right? So here you need to call the same variable name, self dot posture proxy dot go to posture. Now the posture is set, so you need to make the robot stand. So the posture which you have to pass is stand, and with some speed 0.8. So when you write these two lines, what will happen? Your robot will stand because to the posture you are passing stand command. So your robot will stand at the speed of 0.8. So let's check this. So I'll remove this, delete, select and delete. Now let's connect this wire to here. Let's connect a wire to here and a wire to here. Now the robot is sitting. When you execute, how to execute? You have to press this green color play button, okay? Or you can press F5. When you press F5, this program will be uploaded to this simulator robot, Nava robot. When you press F5, and the robot will try to stand. Yes, the robot is standard. Only two lines you have to write. One is creating a proxy object and then calling go to posture. So when you call these two lines, okay, when you put these two lines at respective places, the robot will be sitting and standing accordingly. So let's create a chain, something like this. Let's now the robot is standing, right? Now you can connect like this. You can call input sit first, and then after one sitting is completed, you can call stand, and you can terminate. So now it's like check what will happen. Now the robot will sit, followed by only one. You can make a series of instructions. Okay, you cannot ask robot to sit and stand simultaneously. Okay, it is not taking here. Okay, another logic should be there, so it follows the sequence of instructions there. Now the robot is standing. In the similar way, let's create one more box. Let's create one more box, and this box where the robot has to navigate. So we wrote two boxes here, and the robot is connected through socket programming. The robot will have Ethernet access, and also Wi-Fi access is also available on Nava robot. And by using this Ethernet and Wi-Fi, your robot will be connected to the software, and the programming will at the back end, the programming will through socket programming. Through socket, it keeps sending instructions to the robot, and the robot will be doing that. Sometimes you will be controlling them manually, sometimes automatically it keeps walking, automatically it keeps sitting, automatically it keeps standing based on the self instructions. So let's create one more box where the robot now should walk. So I'll keep walk robot, or you can write move robot, whatever. I'll select an image. Okay, move forward, click OK. Double click on it, again program will open. Now we need to make the robot walking in front direction. Say I'll show you all possible 4 directions, but as of now I'll talk about how to write a program for moving your robot in front direction. At onload, now we need to create a variable. Say now we cannot write posture because posture is all about sitting and standing. So this you can say motion because you are moving your robot. So AL proxy of Now you cannot load this module. Previously we are loading AL robot poster here, but here you should not load that poster, that object here. We need to go for another object called AL motion. So this is the another argument which is passed, which is AL motion. AL motion is generally passed to move your robot from one point to another point. So, and then at start you need to call the function which is self dot. So here motion dot. So there is a function called move to x, y, z values. Say if you want to move your robot to say from 1 point to 0.2 meter, 0.2 comma 0 comma 0. So x, y, z. So when you pass this instruction to the robot and 0.2 comma 0 comma 0, this robot will be moving in front direction. So let's check. So let's connect. Let's upload. Now you can see robot is moving. Okay, and towards front side. So yeah, what we wrote here, we called a function called move to. So move to of 0.2 comma 0 comma 0. So it moves in front direction. So let's make the robot moves in back direction. Back direction in the sense negative value minus 0.2. So when you put minus 0.2, it goes backside for about 0.2 meter. Minus 0.2 comma 0 comma 0, it moves in back direction. When you call 0.2 comma 0 comma 0, it moves in front direction. So when you write 0 comma 0.2, say 0 comma 0.2, if x value is 0 and y value is changed to 0.2, then it moves towards the right side for the robot for about 0.2 meter. And when you put 0 comma minus 0.2, when you put 0 comma minus 0.2, it moves towards the left side of the robot. So the most important function call is move to here. So this is by using move to 0 comma minus 0.2 comma 0. So these are the built-in functions which are available in the NavoRobot API. So for full the documentation is available in community website of the NavoRobot where you can go through it. The documentation is available. If you go through it, you can able to see a lot of functions available in the NavoRobot API. So you can check the developer guide of NavoRobot. You'll have all the functions which are required to do all these steps. Okay. So okay. Next. So now the robot is sitting according to the instruction. Robot is standing. Robot is walking. And let's jump into this topic stuff. Okay, which is available here. Dances. In trial version, we cannot make animation for the robot because animation is just disabled here since we are using 90 days trial period. Animation is not available to program directly. But there is an existed a box here for creating a dance. So you can drag that box to here and this to here. Then when you hit play, the robot will dance according to the animation which is programmed. So dancing is nothing but moving all the joints of the robot in a sequence way. And that sequence is nothing but creating an animation, identifying at what angle it has to rotate and all. We can create any custom poster by fixing all the joint angles and all the details will be there in the API. You can go through it. So this is a dance sequence. So when you double click on this, you can able to see the sequence here. And this is called angle. Someone is talking about, see here, what are the actuator values at this sequence? So what should be the, the value of elbow? What should be the value of ankle? What should be the head pitch? What is the knee, right knee? What is the right wrist strap? How much angle it has to rotate? Left hand 0. So animator is nothing but, programming the sequences there, putting some angles for every motor which is there in the robot. And this robot will have a lot of actuators which are supported, because at every joint it is having 25 degrees of freedom. So a lot of actuators will be there, and for every one sequence there will be angle set for every actuator. This option is available only in the premium version. Only when you purchase a robot, then you will get all the sequence here. You can able to edit the sequence without having robot. You can they will not give an option to animate your sequence. Then you can easily set what are the values here. Then you can able to create a custom animations also. For every sequence there will be angle, right? Dance is nothing but continuous moving steps, right? Uh, all the joints will be fixed to one particular angle. Thereby, when you make an animation, then it's the series of sequences will act in a frame. So this is available, and a lot of things are available here. White forehead. You can check all the boxes. Okay, when you write white forehead, there are some custom boxes available. So when you hit play, then wipe forehead. So it is wiping the forehead with the hand. Hello box is also there. You can check all the boxes one by one. Okay, when you have time, when you have this software. This is Choreographer V 1.14. You can easily check all the boxes. So it is just saying hello. In the trial period, music, everything, the sound, media, every part is not available. But when you purchase a robot, you'll get all the parts. But as of now, it will be very interesting for you to understand, how this robot will work and all. Even LEDs, everything. You can check all the boxes in your free time. Okay. So can we connect multiple boxes same time? Yes, we can connect multiple boxes. I'll show you. Sit down. So let me put a sequence of boxes now. So I'll put hello first. I'll put hello. After saying hello, I'll put wipe forehead. And I'll put down. And I'll put stand up. And then I'll make the robot dance. Okay, say end. Okay. So I'll upload all this. it says hello, and then it wipes forehead, and that is a work which has been executing there. And then it will sit down. And then it stand up. And then it just dance there. Now the sequence of instructions have been passed to the robot, and the robot is doing the task accordingly. So this is how you need to connect boxes. So in your free time, okay, in your free time, just download this software, Choreography V 1.14. Just check it out. Writing simple Python scripts, you can check, how this robot will work, and all. It will be an interesting part. There'll be another webinar, which focus on the, a bit advanced part than this. This is a basic thing, by using a simple Python script. I've shown you how to make robot working and all. In the next, maybe after in the next week, we'll be having one more advanced webinar uh, than this. Then you can learn something out of it. But this is a bit, a simple webinar where we are focusing on how to make the robot working and all, moving and all. So when you call this API, that API will be calling one poster, right? Say sit and stand. For sit, there will be a continuous values for every joint that has been passed, right? For sit posture, what should be the value of actuator which is at elbow? What is the angle of rotation for ankle? Everything will be programmed in API, and when you call that API, then immediately all the angles will be sent to all the actuators on the robot, and the robot will be doing the task accordingly. Simultaneously, we cannot move the robot forward, backward, right, and left. We can do one by one, because if the robot moves in forward, the same robot cannot move in backward direction, right? So one by one we can do moving forward, backward, right, and left. We cannot do simultaneously. One by one. Now we can perform forward and right also. I'll show you. Yes. So this is a line which we wrote as in the previous block also, right? Move to. So you want to make your robot forward, right? 0.2, 0.2, 0.0. So previously we passed 0, 0.2, then sorry, 0.2, 0, it moves in front direction, right? Minus 0.2, 0, it moves in back. 0, 0.2, it moves in right direction. If you want forward right, then you have to put 0.2, 0.2, 0.0. When you pass this particular instruction to the robot, that it moves in forward right. You can integrate both values, x comma, you can put x comma y as variants, then you can move your robot in the respective direction there. If you want to check, you can check. Let me join the. When I call this, that moves in forward right. . given if you are doing hands-on, make sure that sit yes capital, stand yes capital. Okay. If you write small letter sit, then it will not do the action there. This is wrong, and this is also wrong. Sit S should be capital, stand S should be capital. Okay, that is more important. You can check the API for other respective postures also. You know, raising hand is also one posture. Raising two hands is also one posture. Or you know, lifting one leg is also one posture. You can check all the API which is available in the documentation, so that you will understand how to raise all this. I given only how to do that. You can use this as a reference, and you can practice all the things from API. If you do all this, though you don't have the robot, you'll understand how to read API. Because when you jump into the companies, okay, people maintain API only, right? They don't give you entire code. They'll give you in terms of API. At one point of time, you should be good enough to read API, understand API and all. So just go through the documentation. Sir, can we do flip? Yes, we can do flip. All the postures are rightly available. You can check it out. You can do any kind of posture because actuators are there on the robot. You can access all the actuators. You can do any kind of posture there. In the similar way, you can do navigation also. You can move your robot from one point to another point by passing XYZ values. It cannot move in 3 dimension. It will move in only 2 dimension because Z is always 0.0. We are passing there. So X comma Y, it is just 2D axis. You can move your robot in all possible directions. Thank you. Thank you all. Have a great day.